Okay, so this clip by Naval Ravikant is so important to me. It might be one of the more important things that I show you guys on this channel.
Another thing that I really believe is that inspiration is perishable. Act on it immediately. Figure that thing out on the spot. And that's when the learning happens. It doesn't happen because I've scheduled time, because I've set an hour aside, because when that time arrives, I might be in a different mood. I might just want to do something different. So I think that spontaneity is really important. You're going to learn best when you're having fun, when you generally are enjoying the process, not when you're forced to sit there and do it. How much do you remember from school? You know, you were forced to learn geography, history, mathematics on this schedule at this time, according to this person. Didn't happen. All the stuff that sticks with you is you learned it when you wanted to, when you genuinely had the desire. And that freedom, that ability to act on something the moment you want to is so liberating that most of us go through our lives with very, very little tastes of that. If you can live your entire life that way, that is a recipe for happiness.
I want to explain to you guys why this is so important to me, but first, I want to talk about a charity that I'm raising money for. All you have to do is click the link in the description and pre-save my newest single, and I will match that pre-save with $1 of my own money for a charity called Hungry for Music. It's a wonderful charity that provides instruments for underprivileged children. So my goal is 1,000 pre-saves or 1,000 of my own dollars, where I can then provide 20 instruments to a community. So guys, it takes 20 seconds. Just click the link, pre-save the song, and I will deal with the rest. Man, 1,000 pre-saves and $1,000 would be incredible. So let's please do that. So that clip of Naval is so important to me because that's how I've done everything. Like everything that I've been interested in, the resistance between the interest or inspiration and then the action of failing, pretty much always failing, was so small. There was hardly any friction or resistance between those two things. So the biggest and most important one was graduating from college and being like, well, you know, I don't feel like my athleticism, or I don't feel like physically I'm done. So I read an article about CrossFit, and that day I called a CrossFit gym. And they didn't have a mailbox set up at that gym, like a voicemail set up. So I called the one in the neighboring town. They said, yeah, come on in. I came in within the hour, took my first CrossFit class. Those guys were very into Olympic weightlifting. So I got really into Olympic weightlifting. You know, 10 years later, 250,000 almost subscribers, having coached national level weightlifters, reaching nationals myself. Like, you guys know the history of this channel. None of that would have ever happened if I didn't take the inspiration of seeing something interesting that was like CrossFit and maybe and seeing myself do that thing and then immediately going and doing it. I wouldn't be here today. And there are so many different instances of this occurring. The most recent one, if you guys follow me on Instagram, I've been doing this challenge. And for this challenge, I started at 10 minutes. So I basically have to run a 10-minute mile. And then the following day, I had to run a 9 minute and 50-second mile, then a 9 minute and 40-second mile, and so on and so forth until I can't make it anymore. Day 11 of taking 10 seconds off of my mile until I can't. And today, my goal is to make Greg Doucette eat his words. I'm basically pulling a Michael Jordan and taking it personally, even though Greg probably commented this while he was taking a shit and forgot he even said it. There is no fuel quite like doubt from others. You can get some really good results from bottling up your anger and letting it show through competing and training. However, this, like many other forms of immediate motivation, is fleeting. So who knows if I'll keep running after I can't make these times. I don't know if I can depend on my love, or in this case, lack of love of running, to carry me beyond this challenge. Anyway, today's challenge is complete, and I will see you tomorrow. So obviously the video that I just showed you is today's version of the challenge, and I'm going to go until I can't, obviously. But guys, I was sitting, taking a shit, and I thought about this challenge. I thought, man, that'd be really cool if I did this, 30 days straight. I'd run a 5-minute mile. Now, I likely won't be able to do that. Maybe I will by a stroke of luck or some sort of miracle. But either way, after I wiped my ass, got off the toilet, I grabbed my camera. I washed my hands, obviously. Grabbed my camera, went straight to the track, and I'm not kidding you. I was running my first mile within a half hour of thinking of this idea. Do you understand how fucking important that is? Do you understand? If you're watching this and you say, I want to lose weight, go and fucking make an action happen that helps you lose the weight and then continuously do it. Like, so many people, I have this picture, which I'm going to show you right here, where I was just fat, but I was very, very strong. And I lost weight because I wanted to. And people are like, how did you do that? I said, I changed my personality type. From there, I was a person who lifts heavy weight. And the person I wanted to be was somebody who was losing weight and who had a fucking actual jawline and could run and could do things. Like, that's my new personality. So everything I did was geared towards that thing. And I don't know if enough people understand that. The resistance between inspiration and doing the thing, the flipping of the switch of being that person that does the thing, like, these are so fucking valuable that it almost doesn't even matter what you're pursuing. I've done this so many times. Like I did this to a point where I deadlifted 660 pounds because it was a personality trait. It's like, and let me tell you, if there was every situation that I made, I tried to eliminate the most possible resistance from me to that barbell. And many of you out there are not going to be able to eliminate that resistance. So whatever that goal is that you're deciding, well, it might not be for you. And that's going to be a tough pill to swallow. So many people are getting interested in this challenge that I'm doing on Instagram. And I have a more comprehensive version of this that I'm going to be putting out on the YouTube channel. Talk about my programming, even though it's not confusing whatsoever. But so many people are interested in it. And the thing that I keep saying is, like, I just don't give a fuck. I go, I need to run. I grab my camera and I go and within a half hour, I'm running around the track. I don't make a big production of it. I eliminate the resistance. I eliminate the friction. And all that is allowed is, success or failure, not even attempting to do the thing. Anyways, I hope you guys like this video. I will see you in the next one. And also, please, please, please pre-save the song. Love you guys.